She got a story that some won't. She got a story that some won't. Now she's got a story that some won't believe. Comes from a place you're not supposed to achieve. She's got big dreams that some can't conceive. Plus she's from the hood of the Douglas P. Cause she's a hustler with tricks up her sleeve. Been hated on since the age of 3. They said she couldn't fly, so they snatched her wings. But she got them right back quite naturally. Cause she's a believer, but you ain't gotta believe her. Bringing new meaning to high self-esteem. A beauty queen with a face made for magazines. Uplifting women from here to Beijing. She got a story that some won't. She got a story that some won't. She's got a story that some won't believe. She's got her own, she's got her wings. She's got a story that some won't believe. She's got her own, so just let her be. She's got a story that some won't believe. And she's got a story that some won't believe.
Malacka is determined to break the cycles and inspire women and young ladies of all walks of life to reach higher levels of personal achievement. Now, I need everyone to please stand up and give a round of applause to Miss Malacka Reed as she shares her life story.
Okay, ladies, I need all of your energy. I need you to repeat after me. Mountain! I can't hear y'all. Mountain! Get out of my way! Mountain! Get out of my way! All right. Now I need y'all to say, will make it! Will make it! A round of applause. Let's go! Woo! That was really good. Yes, you will make it. And the reason why I told you that you will make it and I wanted you to say it for yourself is because sometimes when we speak things, we speak them into existence. Now I need all of your attention because I will not speak if you're speaking with me. How y'all feeling, Mervo? Are you guys excited? Are you guys ready to turn up? Turn up then! My name is Malacka Reed. The motivational MUA is what they call me. And I was asked to come here to you today and share my success story with you. Now I'm going to give you the good and I'm going to give you the bad. I said battle, not bad, because the battle is what got me here today. The battle is why I am the CEO and founder of my own cosmetic line of makeup. Not the bad, it's the battle. I'm gonna jump right in, I'm gonna get right into the thick of things, and I'm gonna share first how I launched my cosmetic line of makeup. Because people often ask me, how did you start your own line of makeup? How did you start your own cosmetic line of makeup during a recession? I'm gonna tell you how I started my own makeup line. I knew that I was going to do it. I had a dream to do it. I saw myself doing it. And last, I saw myself accomplishing it. When you see what you're going to do, when you know what you want to do, and you see yourself accomplishing it, you are going to do it. That's just the bottom line. You're going to achieve it. You're going to do it. So when I launched Skai Ryan Cosmetics 4 years ago, at the time I was a teacher's assistant. I was working in a group home. I always came to work fired up, ready to go, very bubbly, excited. I brought my energy every single day. Well, this one day I went to work, and when I walked in, my girlfriend said, "What's wrong?" I'm just not feeling this anymore. I said I was called to work with children. I was called to help them. I was called to speak to them. I said, but it's some more for me to do. She said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, it's always been my dream to have my cosmetic line of makeup. I had that dream since I was 13 years old. I said, I do makeup on the side. I love makeup. I always am doing someone's makeup for a special event, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a prom, something, I was always doing makeup. I said, but I've never gone to school for it. She said, well, I'm gonna need you to go to school for it. So I just looked at her. She said, because, you know, I'm really not feeling this anymore either. She said I should be making more money. At the time, she was the lead teacher in the classroom. She said I should be making more money. I should be somewhere else. So as time go by, she called me one day on the telephone. She said, Malacka, I called to tell you I got a new job. What? Now, mind you, you know how sometimes when you come to school and your best friend don't come to school that day, you be mad. Cause like you really came to school for your best friend, like y'all kind of cut up. The cafeteria session not gonna be the same. Y'all can't turn up. You know what I'm saying? So when she told me that she wasn't coming to work, she wasn't gonna work there anymore, I said, tell me it isn't so. I said, I come to work for you. She said, whoa. And I left out a very important piece. At the time, I was pregnant with my last child. Skai Ryan, who I named the cosmetic line after. I have a 20-year-old daughter, Shantaz, at Brooklyn Sky, y'all might know her. Shane Brooke. She's a designer, she's an MUA. And I have a son, Malik. He's 16 years old. He is an aspiring rapper, and he's an awesome kid. Well, at the time, I was pregnant with Skai Ryan. She said, well, you can go home on maternity leave, and you can go to school to be a makeup artist. She said, so when I put my letter of resignation in, you're gonna put yours in. Whoa, she said a whole lot to me then, because now I had to show up. Y'all missed it. I'ma say it again. I told her I wanted to be a makeup artist. I told her I wanted to have my own cosmetic line of makeup. She told me I needed to put my letter of resignation in. Now I needed to show and prove. I needed to show up. Let me hear y'all say, show up. Show up. I like y'all. So I said, all right. I was petrified, but I didn't want to tell her that because I needed to impress her. I didn't want to tell her that I was at the time saying what I wanted to do, but not necessarily doing what I needed to be doing. So, put my letter of resignation in, scared to death. So while I'm home, I'm pregnant, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm searching schools, I'm doing everything I need to do. I wanted to go to makeup school because I wanted to have my credentials. You see, everybody with a makeup brush is not a makeup artist. Everybody with some curls are not a cosmetologist. You have to go and you need to get your credentials. You need to go and you need to be knowledgeable about what you're doing. When somebody pay you for their service, they needed to know that you paid somebody else to get some knowledge about it. When somebody come to you for their service, you need to be able to tell them what your credentials are. So, one day out of the clear blue sky, my favorite on Peach, she called me. She said, Lakey, what you doing? I told her what I was doing. I told her I was home on maternity leave, and I'm sorry, Lakey is my nickname. So, she said, well, I said, I need to go to makeup school. She said, oh my God. She said, I know this awesome woman. She said, she's a brown woman just like you, and she owned her own makeup school. Woo! Her name is Roche. Let's give Roche a round of applause, y'all. She's the CEO and founder of Mervo Cosmetics. When she told me she had her own makeup line, I said, oh my God. I couldn't believe it because you know it's a lot of schools out here, but a lot of those schools, they don't have their own cosmetic line of makeup, right? Just like there's a lot of makeup artists out here, but they don't have their own cosmetic line of makeup. They're just an artist. So I said, this lady has everything I want. I said, you gotta give me her her number. I said, if she's, not only is she a makeup artist, but she is the CEO and founder of her own school, I said, I need some of what she has. I said, I want some of her. How many of you know you need to change your environment in order to change your situation? I knew it. I knew exactly what I needed to do. And sometimes you gotta get around people, not to use them in a negative way, but in a positive way. You have to use their gifts and their abilities to make them work for your cause. Because they weren't gifted with those gifts just for them. They was gifted with those gifts to give them to you. How many of you know that? So I made the phone call. When I made the phone call, she told me that I can enroll the next month. I was so excited. I'm gonna speed up a little bit because at this time I had already had Skai Ryan. 3 days after I had Skai Ryan, I went through a divorce. I'm gonna say it again. 3 days after I had Skai Ryan, I went through a divorce, but it was all right. I wanted it. Let's rock. The situation might be crazy because I just had a baby, but let's rock. Say let's rock. Let's rock. Say it again. Let's rock. So, I start school. No, I'm gonna back you up one. I was so excited for school. She told me the books I needed to get. She told me the things I needed to do. And right before I started school, boom! She called me and said I couldn't start school because it wasn't enough people enrolled at the time for me to go to school with. So I couldn't start. I need to be in school. I need to be a makeup artist. I need to be getting closer to making my dreams come true. I need to be getting closer to making my dreams become a reality. I hung up the phone and I bust out crying. I called my girlfriend. I said, she said I couldn't start school. It's always something to just try to hold you back. That's called the monkey wrench. I like to call them monkey wrenches. Here they come. Here they come, because they're going to come and they're going to keep coming and they're not going to stop. I called that woman back. I started crying to her. I said, let me tell you something. I said, I want this so much. I said, I've never wanted anything more in my life. I said, can I please matter enough to you for you to just show up for me? That was deep. I asked that lady, can she just stop what she's doing and come and just teach me the art of makeup artistry so that I can obtain my credentials? She told me no. Say, oh. I called her back. I didn't stop. Y'all missed it. I didn't stop. You know how when your mother tell you no about something and you keep asking her until she give in? I wasn't gonna take no for an answer because I was determined. And I said, this is my walk. This is what I need to be doing, so I'm gonna call her back. And I said, can I please matter enough to you for you to just show up for me, please? Please? I said, I'm a good student. I learn really, really, really fast. I said, I just need some of what you have. She said, Malacka, let me call you right back. She called me right back and she said, you start Monday. I was so excited that I didn't take no for an answer. I was so excited that this was going to be the beginning of the rest of my life. I showed up to class every day. I showed up and she showed up with me like she was teaching 25 of us and she was only teaching one ambitious, motivated student. I listened to her. I watched her. I listened to her success story. I wanted some of what she had. You gotta, when you admire somebody and when you wanna be like somebody, and it's all right sometimes when that somebody is where you wanna be. Sometimes you have to follow a great leader. Everybody are not born to be leaders, but when you have to follow somebody, follow a great leader. And she at the time was my leader. I salute Rochelle. I graduated. I used my daughter Shantaz as my dummy. I was pretty good at this thing already. I just needed to polish, for lack of a better term, my skills. Hey, girl. So, I graduated. So when I graduated, guess what? I graduated top of my class. Y'all got that? Y'all good. I like Mervo. This is one of the top schools in the city. Hands up. So I graduated. So then it was time for me to show up again, y'all. I said, all right, I need to go, and I knew I needed to start at the bottom. I knew it wasn't graduate, go get your own cosmetic line of makeup. No, it's not that easy. You gotta put some work in. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta start at the bottom. You gotta get in the trenches. You gotta take orders. Yeah, you gotta look at people that's better than you. You gotta look at people that's been in the game longer than you. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them closely. Once again, environment is everything. Say it. Environment is everything. Absolutely. I got up one day and I said, I'm gonna get ready to go look for a job. I wanted to go to Macy's because I know Macy's has all the cosmetic lines at Macy's. Nordstrom does as well, but Macy's cosmetic department is by far one of the top departments in department stores. They have every line. So I walked inside Macy's, bubbly, ready to go, face beat down. Cause see, when you wanna do something, and when you have something that you need to do, you need to say it. You want to be a makeup artist, you need to say makeup artist. Makeup artists need to be all in your face. People need to look at your face and say, oh, she's a makeup artist. You have to immerse yourself in it. I immersed myself in it. Makeup everywhere. It's on my phone, it's on my iPad, sometimes it's on my clothes. Well, I am makeup. That's why. I immersed myself in it. You want to be a cosmetologist, immerse yourself in it. You always have your tools with you. You always ready to fix somebody's hair. You're always ready to just get it going because you want to be a cosmetologist. You want to go to school for nursing, immerse yourself in it. Immerse yourself in it. Every book you read needs to be about nursing. You need to start hanging out with some nurses. You need to start doing some community service and some nursing homes. Some children's hospitals. Immerse yourself in it. Become it. Get all in it. So I walked in, the lady said, we're not hiring. I said, okay. I said, my name is Malacka Reed, and I just graduated. I have my credentials. I'm a makeup artist. I said, I would like to be a makeup artist here at Macy's. I said, I have a whole lot to bring to your cosmetic department. I walked in confident enough to say, I have a whole lot to bring to your cosmetic department. I really didn't know what that cosmetic department was about. I just knew I had a whole lot to bring to it. I was confident. She said, well, I don't have any openings. I said, okay, well, here's my card. I already had cards made up. See, I immersed myself in it. She said, I walked out. That lady came chasing me, and that lady came chasing me. She said, wait. With your ambition and your energy, she said, I'm going to create a position for you. I said, that's what's up. I already knew she was going to do it because it was my walk. I was already attracting it. How many of you know that everything you think about, you bring about? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. If you think about it, you're going to bring it about. Period. Everything that exists started with a thought. The chair that you're sitting in right now started with a thought. Somebody had to think it first. I said, when can I start? She said, when can you start? I said, now. Had little baby Skai Ryan home, kids at school. I didn't know how I was gonna work all that out. I knew my girlfriend at the time, she was working. I knew I was gonna make some phone calls, get a babysat. I just knew now. She said, okay, you're gonna start tomorrow. I started as a floater. And for some of you that don't know what a floater is somebody that floats from cosmetic to cosmetic line every day. How many of you know how that worked for me? I floated from Chanel. I floated from Estee Lauder. I floated from Prescriptives. I floated to Clinique. I floated to Fashion Fair. Every line that you can name, I floated to. And And when I was floating, I was learning, baby. I was learning what was in those products. I was looking at the ingredients because my eye was on the prize. And my ultimate prize was what? To have my own what? I like y'all. So I was studying. For each one of those lines, I had to take classes. For each one of those lines, I had to take classes because when you walk in Macy's and you get ready to buy some cosmetics, you need to know what you're selling. These people are about to spend their money. You need to know how to sell the cosmetics to the consumer. So I had to take classes, and when I was taking classes, how many of y'all know I was taking notes? I was taking notes, baby. I already knew what I wanted to be. I had my eye on the prize. I already knew I had to take a pay cut. I already knew I had to be at the bottom, but I already knew at the end of the day where I was going to be, so it did not matter for me to float. Let me float. Matter of fact, watch me float. Well, guess what? At the time, they was looking for a manager, a cosmetic manager. When it's your walk, baby, it's your walk. Don't get caught up on somebody else's walk. Their walk is their walk. Your walk is your walk. How many of you know that? Round of applause. What's for you is yours. Can't nobody take it. All you have to do is go get it. I'm going to say this again, because, yeah, this just rung a bell. Can't nobody take what's for you. You just have to go get it. Now, the catch is this. If you don't go get it, it's not yours. How y'all say flat out? So, everybody that had been working in Macy's put their application in. They've been there for a long time, too. They've been putting in work. So they thought. I started as a float. I went in there and outworked everybody every single day. Floating. I went in there and I outworked that cosmetic line as if it was my own because I knew it was my practice. Floating. I went in there every single day like I was the CEO and owner of Macy's. Like the money that I was making was mine. When I did not make my goal, I called home stressed out. I did not make my goal. My goal was to make $10,000 a day and I did not make it as if it was mine. It took 1 week. And when they gave that position, that manager's position, I think y'all already know what the answer was because I went in there and I outworked everybody because I went in there with nothing but confidence because I went in there and I knew what I wanted because I went in there and my ultimate goal was to outwork everybody. My ultimate goal was to shine. After 1 week, who got the position? Already. After 1 week. So y'all know after that week I had a lot of, I'm gonna say this word, but I don't really like saying this word because people use this word too casual. So sometimes when I need to say this word, I'm gonna just have y'all say it. I'm gonna say it. It's the word haters. People play around with that word so much. And they play around with it and it kind of make me sick when they play around with it because they always talking about their haters, but they do things to make people hate on them. Why you all on IG showing all this money? I don't understand. Why are you on IG posting every when the teacher was saying what needed to be done, y'all was on Facebook. Y'all was tweeting. Y'all just missed it. She got her A's and her B's because she know how to turn her phone off when necessary. She know how to put her phone away when necessary. She know how to go to bed at night when necessary. She know how to be the first one in class when necessary. She know how to do that. Don't hate on her. Look at her, watch her, become her. That's what they did. They hated on me. Don't hate on me. I walked in there to own her. I was getting all these stars. My department became the #1 department. We beat lingerie, we beat China, we beat kids, we beat polo, we beat Tommy Hilfiger. We was the #1 department. I was having events, balloons everywhere. I got the department fired up. I got them turned up, turned down for what? And beat faces. I got them fired up every day to come in there and sit somebody in that chair and let them know how beautiful they are. Let them know you really don't need this, but I'm going to show you what this can do, because as women, we all have insecurities. I'm going to be the first to say I know I do. We all have insecurities. I don't care when you look at someone and you think they're so beautiful and they have it all together and they know how to walk and they know how to talk and they wear the nicest clothes and they have the prettiest face. Believe me, she has insecurities. As women, we just do. We just have to learn how to embrace them and make them work for us. So when I became the #1 department, I was getting gold stars, silver stars, diamond stars. After a certain amount of time, that just wasn't enough. I was going to lunch with a lot of other managers of other departments, and I found out that those managers were making and grossing a little bit more than what Malacka should be, and I was the #1 department. Hold on for a minute. This don't sound right, because I've always been a hustler. Wasn't working for me. I went to the manager, the big boss of Macy's, and I said to the big boss, I said, listen, boss lady, I'm gonna need some more money. I didn't say it like that. But I basically let her know that I need to see some more money on my paycheck. I had 3 children to feed. She told me we were in a recession and she couldn't pay me any more money. I've been there at this time for a couple of months. Y'all can keep giving me y'all stars, but these stars are not gonna feed and clothe my children that expect nothing but the best from their mother. I'ma need some more money. So I went over there. I contacted corporate. They said, we're gonna get back to you, Miss Reed. Meanwhile, I'm still going in there giving them all of me. I'm putting my whole self in it. I'm going in there and I'm still becoming the #1 department. I'm not letting that stop me, right? Because I'm not, when I walk out of here, I'm going to walk out of here #1. I'm not going to walk out of here losing. I ain't never lost. So, corporate said no. Once again, phone rung. After some months, after being frustrated, after needing more money, I done blew up. I done blew Macy's cosmetic department up. Let's go, let's rock. I'm trying to see some more. Once again, it's time for me to elevate. It's time for me to move on to the next level. It's time for me to reach a little bit higher than where I was. Phone rang. It was Rochelle. She's the CEO of the Beat School, Beauty Expert Artistry Training. She said, Malacka, are you still snug like a rug at Macy's? At the time, I was standing behind my department of prescriptives. I said, no. I said, it's a matter of fact. I just asked them to give me more money. They're talking about they're in a recession. They don't appreciate who I am, but they can pay this one and this one and this one this amount. She said, well, I have to go on to do some other projects. She said, out of every student I ever had, you stuck out in my head. She said, out of every student I ever had, you were special. I don't want to say like her favorite because I am on record. I don't know who might see this. But she said, you were very special to me. She said, I have to go on to do more projects. Now I need y'all to catch this. She said, I need you to be the teacher and operator of my school. Hands up. She said, how much do you want them to pay you? I said, this number. She said, done. It was my wall. I started teaching the beat school. I was teaching women, and I was making sure they received their license, the art of makeup artistry, and I had fun doing it. Keep in mind, it's still my walk. My ultimate goal was to have my own cosmetic line of makeup, right? So now, I done went to school. I got my credentials. I went and had to be a floater. I learned everything I needed to learn by all the lines. So I learned everything I needed to know because I needed my makeup line to be better than those. I needed to be able to say when somebody came up to me and said, Malacka Reed, what makes your cosmetic line better than MAC? What makes your cosmetic line better than Chanel? What makes your cosmetic line better than Prescriptives? I had to be able to tell them why. I had to sell myself. I heard somebody say what you say. This is what I said. I said my cosmetic line is not only one of the best cosmetic lines, we have one of the darkest hues in the industry. They go as dark as purple in the industry. My ebony tone women don't have to worry about looking ashy because they can't find a foundation to match their tone. My lip gloss and lipstick stay on all day. It's triple pigment. You can eat, you can drink, you can kiss your partner, and your lipstick's still gonna be on your lips. I said my eyeshadows pop instantly. You don't have to apply a whole lot of product to see it. And if many of you wear MAC and a lot of cosmetics, whoop whoop, that's some good cosmetic lines. All I'm saying is dropping jewels. I'm gonna tell the truth about mine. You don't have to pack a whole lot of eyeshadow on your eyes to see it. One stroke, boom, bing, it's on. That's what I said. So, hope I answered your question, boo. You're welcome, baby. So, I started working there. So now I'm becoming more knowledgeable because now I'm the teacher, I'm not the student. Now I'm the teacher, I'm not the student. I'm responsible for making these women get the information that they need. I'm responsible for making sure these women go out here and uplift communities. I'm responsible for making sure these women know how to properly apply makeup where you still see the beauty of the woman and not the makeup. It's a difference, y'all know that, right? Y'all see them big old brows that's going on these days? Bless those ladies, I promise, I bless them. But they need to get some credentials. Y'all see when the foundation is just not the color? It stopped right here. God bless my babies. They need to get some what? Some what? So I was responsible. I was now the teacher. So one day when I was preparing my lesson plan, it was raining. I remember this day like I remember yesterday. I made a phone call to my girlfriend, my best friend, my mentor, my guide, my inspiration. I said, it's time. By this time, years and more have gone by, if not more. She said, time for what? I said, it's time for me to launch my own cosmetic line of makeup. I'm ready. Hands up. She said, you ready? I said, I'm ready. She said, I'm gonna give you everything I have. Hung up and called my mother, my best friend in the whole wide world. My mother always knew what my ultimate goal was. I said, Mom, ready. She said, ready for what? Bear with me, guys, I just buried my mother in November. She said, ready for what? I said, it's ready for me I'm ready to launch my own cosmetic line of makeup. My mother said, I don't have much, but I'm gonna give you everything I have. I'm gonna max out every credit card. I'm gonna give you everything I have. I said, let's rock. I'm gonna share with y'all one of my mantras. It is, if you always do what you always done, you will always get what you always got. Sometimes you have to step your game up and change your environment. I had already researched laboratories. I was doing all that footwork when I was in the trenches. When I was taking orders. When I was working for Macy's. When I was teaching, I was researching laboratories. I was putting work in. I was immersing myself in it. I was becoming it. I am makeup. I want to be makeup. When people see me, they need to see makeup. Because it's my passion. It's in my soul. It's in my heart. I need to speak it. I need to represent it. So I had already researched laboratories. When we were in the process of getting our first black president, I was literally driving to a whole nother country, Canada, in a snowstorm to meet with the laboratories to launch my makeup line. Hands up! Driving in a snowstorm. Cross country, I couldn't fly. One, I needed all the money so I could launch my makeup line. Two, everybody was flying into DC. It was gonna hold up my process. When you want what you want, you don't let nothing hold your process up. You go get it. I don't care if you gotta drive to another country, you go get it. I don't care if you gotta stay after school. Late with your teacher that's willing to stay late with you so you can learn how to do mathematics. Stay late. I don't care if your teacher says show up at 7 o'clock in the morning because that's the only time that's for me. Prove to your teacher you want to learn mathematics. Prove to your teacher you want to learn how to write better. Prove to your teacher you want to learn how to increase your vocabulary and show up. That's what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to show up. I showed up. I drove all the way to a whole nother country. Me and my girlfriend, once again, I got lost. We was in a snowstorm. An 8-hour trip turned into like 20 hours. It was hard. How many of you know it's not going to be easy? How many of you know you have to welcome the roadblocks? You have to welcome the adversities. And you have to welcome your what? Haters. Come on, it's Mervo. Your what? Haters. Absolutely. Welcome your haters. We couldn't even find a place to sleep. We had already booked the hotel, but we were lost. We were tired of driving. And I wasn't driving because I'm afraid to drive in the snow. So the whole time my girlfriend had to drive in the snow in a blizzard. We couldn't see. We on dark roads. The only thing that we could see on the darkest roads was the light that was in front of us. Sometimes all you can see is the light that's in front of you. Sometimes all you have to do is just follow the light that's in front of you. That's it. When you look behind you, it's going to be black. When you try to see past the light, it's going to be dark. Only thing you can see is what's right there in your face, the light. Let the light guide you. And that's exactly what we did. We let the light guide us. Well, whole lot of things happened during this trip. Came outside one time, car got towed. How you in a whole nother country and your car get towed? The devil is a liar. How many of y'all know the devil is a liar? We had to spend money we needed for my makeup to get the car out. But the devil things happened, but I was able to launch my own cosmetic line of makeup. I was able to get in the laboratory with a chemist, and I was able to pick out the darkest foundation because I knew I needed the darkest foundation because one of my godmothers is dark skinned. Hands up, Marie. Shout out to one of my godmothers over there. Her name Marie. Shout out to my other godmother right there sitting in front of you. Her name Gwen. My godmothers are here. My mother's not here, but she has the best seat in the house. How many of y'all know she's beside me right now? So, driving home, I said, well, it's not snowing. I'm going to be able to help you drive. I'm going to be able to drive home. She said, okay. So we're driving home, and we're driving home, and we're driving home, and then all of a sudden the sign say, after driving for about 4 hours, welcome to Toronto. We drove in a circle back to Canada. I said, I can't with this. While in the process of helping her drive, I got a phone call from my daughter Shantae's school. They said that my daughter had been banged really, really bad. They said some girls jumped on her. They said some girls ripped her necklace off her neck and beat her face with it. They said they whelped her face up. They said they was rolling around in the street. My nerves got up really, really bad. I'm in Canada, and I couldn't drive again. So I had to put my girlfriend back in the seat, and she had to drive home. My nerves got up. I was trying to get back to Baltimore to save my baby. Got back to Baltimore. Whole lot of other stuff happened on the way. The devil was in the way. Doubt set in. Is this for me set in? What's happening? Were we supposed to take this trip? How many of y'all know we was getting our first black president? I was becoming the CEO of my own company. I was making history too. Let's go. Hands up. It's the way it was supposed to happen. It was written that way. I'm from the projects, Douglas Projects. I had my first child when I was 15. I had my second child when I was 19 years old. I done been in all kind of mess. And now I'm the CEO of my own company. It was my walk. Take orders from anyone. I don't have to depend on anyone. I can take care of myself, my children, and some more people. I came back. At that time, I was just basically texting everybody. I wasn't on Facebook. I was texting everyone. Everyone became excited. They was meeting me. They was buying the stuff out my trunk. I was setting it up on the tables. They was meeting me. I was selling the stuff on the tables. Then, at the time, I was still teaching. And I knew that it was going to start to create a conflict of interest. Because not only was she the teacher, she was the CEO of her cosmetic line of makeup as well. See, I put myself beside somebody that was doing what I wanted to do. I put myself beside somebody that was already in the destination that I was trying to be. So some of her rubbed off on me. I need y'all to put yourself beside that A student. Put yourself beside that B student. Put yourself beside that cosmetologist, that makeup artist. Put yourself beside her and watch she rub off. Just like when you put yourself beside the weed head, when you put yourself beside the person that's popping Molly, you put yourself beside the person that all they want to do is talk about people. All they want to do is bash each other. All they want to do is get in somebody else's business. You're going to find yourself like that. If you want to be successful, put yourself beside success. Immerse yourself in it. Y'all fired up. I love y'all. Turn up, Mervo. Turn up. I need to stay on points. So, I knew there was going to be a conflict of interest, so I told her, I said, I'm going to have to move on. It was my pleasure. I love you. I adore you. I respect you. My queen, I salute you, but I have to move on. I hope I served my purpose. She said, baby, you served me well. Move on. I went from selling my stuff out of my trunk for not even 2 months to opening up our Security Square Mall. My grand opening was sickening. Everybody came out to support me. Baltimore stood up. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to those Ravens. We're in the building. We're doing good things. Shout out to Baltimore. We're in the building. I opened up our security. I'm jamming. Everybody coming out. I'm making money. I'm loving it. Oh my God. Malacka got the big head. Oops. I'ma tell it. See, I'ma get ready to tell y'all something right here. This is about to get real deep right now. Something about to get real deep right now because, see, I'm gonna expose all of me to you because y'all deserve it. I'ma keep it all the way 100, flat out. What y'all say? 100. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. I got the big head and I said, I need a store. See, I was at a kiosk. A kiosk is what works because when you go inside a department store, what is around? Kiosks, basically big counters. It's big counters. So you have makeup counters. It's only like a MAC store here or there, but for the most part, the cosmetic departments are in the department stores. I got the big head and say, oh, I need a store. So, all right, God, where you about to send me? I'm about to leave here. I'm about to open me a store. I'm gonna have a couple floors. I'm gonna do all kind of stuff. I'm getting ready to blow up. How many of y'all know I ain't blow up? So, God led me to Monument Street. Hey, down the hill. I told y'all from the hood. I get to Monument Street, oh my goodness, we make it real pretty. We go hard. See, I know how I have a really, really good eye to decorate. My mother was a phenomenal woman that knew how to put her hands on something and just decorate it. I get that from my mother. So and also my girlfriend's mother is the same way. So we decorate it. We make it look like Rodale Drive in the middle of Monument and Park Street. I'm talking about it was pink, it was diamonds, it was pearls, it was glittery, it was sparkly. How many of y'all know it was too much for Monument Street? I had too many what? Say it louder. Too many what? They couldn't take me. They said, how this girl gonna come around here, pull up in a pink Benz, and think we gonna support her? Not gonna happen. All right, so I got down there. It didn't work out for me. I got speed up. Didn't work for me. I got down there. I hated it. They was hating on me. I wasn't making the money I was making out Security Square Mall. Things wasn't working out right. It was going crazy down there. I got caught up in a lot of adversity. The vibration was off. My vibration was off. If you're not vibrating with positivity, there's no way that you can stay positive. Sometimes that stuff just start jumping on you. Sometimes that stuff is contagious. Sometimes that stuff just spread like a virus. It spreads. So I had to remove myself. I made a phone call. I said, I gotta go. I called back to security. I said, can I come back to Security Square Mall? They said, we don't have nothing available for you. I said, find something. She said, we don't. So I went back to selling out of my trunk. I had to humble myself. How many of you know you gotta humble yourself? I had to go back in my trunk, but I wasn't gonna go back to working for nobody else. I went back in my trunk. I received the phone call. They said, you can come back to security. I went back to security. I blew up all over again. Not only did I blow up all over again, my line became bigger. The support became wider. And I'm here to tell you today that all you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is immerse yourself in it. You don't have to worry about your past. Forget and we can talk about that story. But it does not matter where you come from. You are great. Don't be a scaredy cat. Don't be scared to make A's and B's. Don't be scared to get up early. Don't be scared to show up. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. If you want to be it, you can be it. If you want to do it, you can do it. Don't be a coward. Do it. You are great. You are powerful beyond measure. You are awesome. You are not your past. They telling me I'm running out of time. I had more to say. I had more to do. I'm so fired up and I'm so excited. But, Mervo, I gotta go. You guys were awesome. You guys were amazing. You guys were fantastic. You have no idea what just happened to my life when I came to speak to you today. You have no idea. I want you to know that I love you. You can do it. And as my mentor E.T. would say, if you fall, fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Stand up, Mervo.
She got a story that some won't. She got a story that some won't. Now she's got a story that some won't believe. Comes from a place you're not supposed to achieve. She's got big dreams that some can't conceive. Plus she from the hood of the Douglas P. Cause she's a hustler with tricks up her sleeve. Been hated on since the age of 3. They said she couldn't fly, so they snatched her wings. But she got them right back quite naturally. Cause she's a believer, but you ain't gotta believe her. Bringing new meaning to high self-esteem. A beauty queen with a face made for magazines. Uplifting women from here to Beijing. She got a